Hey guys, Stealth here, and welcome to episode 10 of the Second Korean War Revised. I'm almost through North Korea. I've captured pretty much the entire middle sector of North Korea. They only have Sancheon, Dancheon, Kilju, and Chongjin. And of course, the western flank still sees the Chinese over here in Qingdao. Now, at this point, I don't have any other units that I can move. Actually, these guys might go on R&R, just to build up some cohesion. There's not too many units left in those battle groups, but the units that are left I want to have on full readiness. Now the AI is likely to start hitting back. They're likely to start coming after me. The question really is, where are they going to do this? And I believe there are two zones where they can cross over, and this is usually the point when they do. Here's a double arrow, which means you can go over from Sancheon to China, or at least the AI can. And the AI can also cross into here, Jancheon. Which means that if they do cross into Jancheon, they're going to come in with a bunch of stuff. Look at all these units here. I'm seeing a lot of tanks. 86. Good thing is that these don't have any initiative currently. Actually, none of them do, but that never seemed to stop the AI before. They have some aircraft, Q-51s, as well as JH-7s. Q5Ds, a whole bunch of tanks. These do have 3 initiative. These can actually come after me, this tank regiment. Other volunteers, an air defense company, an infantry reg, another infantry regiment, another tank regiment. Oh wow, this is going to get busy. If they push into Sancheon, I don't really mind. I really don't care if they do. If they come after me in Jancheon, they're going to have massive air superiority. So if I can send over some Hornets here from... yeah, here, from the Enterprise. The Enterprise has aircraft that currently are not tasked. So I can send over these boys to do something else instead. Now my Super Hornets, I would love to park these guys somewhere else. Unfortunately, I refitted them at the last episode, so I cannot exactly make it to any of the airfields. Otherwise they might make it over to the other flank. That being said, they are naval units, meaning I cannot call them in unless I have a naval zone, and there's not exactly a naval zone to be found there in Jancheon. This fighter squadron is out of action. Over towards the left, does this thing have any aircraft with them? Just a bunch of helos, they're not likely to use those. Zhangyu 3, Hujian. These have terrible range against airplanes. 350. They got 12 of those and only 6 of the Zhangyu 3 class. These guys are not designed to take on ships, but I wouldn't be surprised if they could actually do it, and I don't have anything else to task them with currently. Alright. Let's see what my dear AI is going to come up with. Soviet troops cross the border. Looks like they're piling up in Sancheon. Oh, we also got contact here in Jancheon. Now the question is, where am I going to stop them? I would love to stop them over here in Bravo, because it means they only have a limited angle of approach here. The thing is that they got a lot of these aircraft in. Here. Q5Ds. Q51s. These are the ones I'm worried about. Or is this the Q5I? Interesting. I believe it's the same aircraft, so it's more likely to be the Q5I than the Q51 or the Q51. Anyway, semantics. What they're going to come in with is a lot of tanks. And I'm talking a lot of tanks. 32 of these 59 2-alphas. Not too much of a risk, except for 16 armor penetration. These guys, 16 armor penetration. Better range on the gun. Bit more frontal armor. They have 24 of those. A couple of Pongay launchers. HQ-61 alphas. These are dangerous for my aircraft. Good thing I brought the Prowlers. A couple of PGZ-95s. And a whole bunch of infantry. Alright, this seems like a job for the Apaches, provided I can knock down those AA guns. If those get a line of fire on my Apaches, there's not going to be a whole lot of them left. I have a whole lot of units, no infantry though, so I cannot exactly muster this little town there. That might get me into trouble. I have 2 M1A2s, a couple of K1s, a couple of M1A1HCs, 1 longbow, and I have to be careful with that, and 6 Apaches. And of course my aircraft. Especially the Tomcats are going to probably play a big role in this one. Because if I cannot knock down their aircraft, I am going to be in a world of hurt. Especially if they drop multiple of those big bombs onto my tanks. That would really knock me down. Now, yeah, this was what I was afraid of. This terrain is pretty damn treacherous. You see, there's a little rise here in the terrain. This means that so long as a tank is down here, and I am hiding in these woods down or up here, I cannot shoot them. And that's bad. Because if I cannot shoot them, they can come up this rise, at which point they'll be perfectly in range to knock down my tanks. And they can even do one worse, they can put infantry in here if I cannot kill it in time. So defending this position is not going to be easy. How about taking up this position instead? I get a bit more range, unless they come up here, which, well, they might. They're not terribly likely to do, but they might. I just barely have any cover there. Let's put a command tank there. FOBs are even less likely to find a good deployment. Let's go with 1 FOB there. Ready up the helicopters. First up, let's deploy some command tanks. Getting income is going to be paramount in order to field all of those forces. Okay, that's the command tanks. Now, at this range, I'm not sure how much that is, but it's not going to be a lot. Meaning that I need very high frontal armor over here. Let's say 1 over there. And 1 here. I'm also going to need a bit of a FOB close. Because I don't really have great AA in this deck. Or this particular set of units. Let's set up a couple of Eyehawks. And if I can stun them with the BHO, as those aircraft are going to come in, that would be really helpful. So hopefully, this is going to have enough power to at least stun the aircraft, making it for my tanks a bit easier to knock them down. 16, 22 frontal armor, or 22 armor penetration, yeah, okay. 1 there. 1 there. And 1 here. Leaves me with... Oh, that does not leave me with a lot of Apaches. Only 1. And can I buy 1 Prowler? Yeah, okay. Alright, I got 14 income. I just have 5 tanks deployed here. That is a bit light for the amount of opposition that I'm expecting. Targets are up. Missed 1. Killed 1. Is that a PGZ by any chance? Yeah, that's definitely an AA gun. Okay. So the main objective here is to bring in more Apaches, and soon. I have to have something that can knock down those tanks before they come close. We seem to have some volunteers flying around here. Let's get this Apache to find him and knock him down. As for the rest of my aircraft, I do have Harriers and Hornets, but until the air is clear, I'm not very comfortable, or until the AA is clear, I'm not very comfortable with engaging with aircraft. Damn it, don't fire Hellfires at transports, please, that would be a big waste. Would be ideal if that would be a command infantry. No, it isn't. Okay, that is a command unit, though. Get me another Apache. This Apache is good to go. Hellfire's active. Come on, knock him down. There you go. That might have been a double kill for the Apache. Alright, that was good. couple more transports are rolling in. I don't really have any supporting vehicles other than K1s. Here come the aircraft. Here come the aircraft. And they evac. Interesting. They may not have a good line of sight on my tanks. And that seems to be what's keeping my units safe, at least for now. This thing has fired a lot of hellfire. Here we come again. This time around, they seem to have a good lock on at least one of my units. Yep, they're going Winchester. I'd be surprised if they're going for that tank. I think I shot down one. Oh, damn it, I lost an M1A2. Wow. That's expensive. I'll have you know. Here's the others. Oh, command tank is down. That's new. Great. How about my AA units? Oh crap, the Hawk is just slightly out of range. Now we're engaging 5-point targets. I need you to kill these units before they get close. Get me another tank. These have to get in range quickly. Now, I don't have any recon, I'm fully aware of that, and the reason for not bringing any recon is that I am very light on it. I only got 3 units, and the range here is so short, so small, that I'm very likely to spot them with my tanks anyway. That's another AA gun. That was another AA gun, and we got another unit. Yes! 70 points. That's 3 of their AA guns dead. Alright, my AA launchers are getting ready to fire again. Another command unit coming in. If that's how you want to sacrifice these things, by all means. These transports? No, they're tanks. They are not at all transports. And they are perfectly in range to deal a lot of damage to my units. Especially if they do it with those aircraft. Damn it, that's another HC dead. Go for Hellfires, go for Hellfires. Another Beho is dead. Kill, kill, kill. Come on, Apaches. Work your magic. Kill. 4 missiles, 1 missile. Kill. I have another Apache on standby. Kill. Come in for the reload. Kill. And a kill. That was pretty good. Let's bring in some Harriers at this point. Those are far better at dealing with those small units of infantry.
Where do you need us, sir?
You, pick your targets with care. I want you to go for the tanks, nothing else.
Sky is off.
What are you even firing at? Uh-oh. That's a Hornet. No, a Harrier down. That's 1 tank. You did not nail the other one, unfortunately. Get me another Apache here. There's another Q5. Hit. Kill. Kill. Hit. Finish it off, please.
Where do you need us, sir?
Before it escapes. Yes! Got it. That's it.
Checklist completed. Ready to go.
2 Hellfires. It's not a lot. Make it work. Close range target here. Apache, land.
Sky is ours.
Come in for the landing. You unfortunately wasted your missile there.
Bring down on them crawlers.
That was another big waste of missiles. Prioritize tanks over anything else. 899 points. K1 took a bit of damage. Command vehicle there, knocked down. This thing is down, or at least out of ammo. Lost my last M1A2. This battle group is going to need a lot of assistance. Stop wasting those missiles on wasteless or unuseful targets. 90% of points. There's more 50 type 59 twos. Hold your fire. Another transport kill. Go for the tanks instead. Kill. Lost my prowler. Kill. Come on. Kill. 70 points. You can make it happen. Kills. Got him. Wow, that was intense. That cost me a lot of forces. 2 M1A2s, 1 Prowler, 2 Harriers, 1 M1A1HC, 1 Command Tank, and a couple of B-Hos. They lost a lot of tanks, though. They're down to 14 tanks. Did I knock down 42 tanks? That was impressive. And they wasted quite a few aircraft. Alright. Come over again soon. Alright, my turn. At this point, I'm going to bring in the Marines. You know what? Let's just capture Naval Sector Oscar here. Might as well give these ships a bit of an overhaul if they need it. As for my naval strike aircraft, I'm going to touch these down. Would it matter if I touched them down in Pyongyang? Does it make sense? Because they can then reach this fleet, but I'm not sure if there's going to be any need to kill this fleet. If there's anything left by the time I'm done with them. They still don't have any air cover. Okay, let's go for Naval Sector Bravo first. We have a few zones, but a lot of cohesion, and that's going to save me here. They have 6 Jiangyu 3s, a couple of Hujians. These things I can easily wipe out with my aircraft, and of course I have a lot of them. I have the Thunderbolts and I have the Super Itandars. I'm going to need both. Yeah, keeping Hotel is going to be paramount here because it's giving me by far the most points. Okay. Look at that. 4,000 points to deploy. Or near enough. Let's get a few Lafayettes through this canal here. Keep the zone with 1 Lafayette. Get all of my Super Itandars on standby. If I can capture King Dao, that would be really nice. 3 Hatsuyukis. Let's go with a couple of Pegasus for full missile fire. I have 7 LCUs. That should be enough to keep those Pegasus operational at least for a little while. This zone, Naval Sector Delta, I don't find it too necessary. So instead I'm going to focus on bringing in more Chamzorais here. And get ready to deflect missiles, or at least shoot them down. There we go. Got a couple of points in reserve, and that's exactly what I need. These, I want you to hold fire. I want this fleet to move up. Now, I got a question about this last time. How do you line up those ships like that? It's pretty simple. You hold right mouse button and you move them over. That's all I'm doing. We got 1 Hujian seemingly volunteering to go over. Let's nail that thing before it starts to fire. Oh, we already got missiles being fired by the Hatsuyukis. Super Itandars are going to wipe this thing off the map. There it is, that's the first one. They've got 3 Jiangyus there. So they are definitely suiting up here. And getting ready to fire those missiles. Moving a bit more. And now they have 4 of those Jiangyu 3 frigates here. Oh, at least I'm pretty sure they're frigates. Stand down on the harpoons, you are not very efficient with them. Actually. Now I hope I'm going to penetrate the missile defenses with my Super Edendars. It's not going to be easy. Because they just have such good missile defenses on these ships. There's the remaining Jangyus. No, 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 don't fire yet. Don't fire yet. There's one lonely Jangyu 3. All the way over there. Now you can go. Come left. See if we can get maybe 2 missiles through that missile defense. Or maybe a few more. Pegasus lining up to fire. It's going to take a lot of harpoons before I'm going to be able to penetrate them sufficiently to do enough damage. Boom. That's one salvo. Quite successful. Let's move up the Hatsuyukis a bit. That's one Jangyu 3 down. My Hatsuyukis are in perfect condition here. We do not have good line of sight here. Let's wipe out that last Jangyu 3. I'm also lining up Lafayette's here to do another push. Might as well throw in some Hatsuyukis. These things are going to move towards my fleet. That would be ideal. Just come on over. I don't think that these Jangyu 3s even see the Lafayette. With its exceptional stealth value. Or which is it? Medium or... Yeah, medium stealth. Bye bye. He's down. Weapons free, weapons free. Now these might have slightly overlapping fire, but I doubt it's going to be enough. Yeah, that's at least a couple of good hits. This Lafayette, no, the Hatsuyuki's firing, of course. Boom. Splash. Alright guys, push into Qingdao. Oh, you're gonna add your own Exocet missiles. Not quite. Not if I have anything to say about it. I don't need those missiles yet. Alright. Pegasus did an admirable job there. Really nice. Let's send over the Super Edendars, finish off any stragglers. What do we got here? Oh. Really? Interesting. There's another Jangyu there. Good luck. You're gonna need it. Oh, really? Really? You survived? So that was unexpected. I thought I would be able to wipe that thing off the map. Guess not. Thunderbolts. I have a slightly unusual job for you. But no less fun. Pegasus, cease fire. What? We got one over-enthusiastic Lafayette there. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Where do you need us, sir?
Thunderbolt took a bit of damage. Now these things fire extremely fast, but I think that a Thunderbolt can do pretty reliable damage to it. Let's see. Yep. Does not disappoint. Ooh. That's not good. That is not quite good. Too many missiles here. Where is my missile fleet? Keep that Lafayette there. Where's the Edendars? Here. Go for this Jangyu 3. Knock it out of the water. Nice long wafer of missiles coming in. Seems that the Lafayettes have also added their own, which is perfect. Thunderbolts are... They're not even repaired? So they weren't damaged. Would you believe that? You are firing sideways onto a target. Oh, we got a Hujan over here. Uh-huh. That explains it. He's gonna be able to knock most of those down. Boom. One good hit. Pegasus? Not yet. You're not in range yet. Not all of you are, anyway. Chamseri's taken a bit more fire than I was hoping for. In the sense that it just got blown up. Chamseries are only really useful when they're up front. Alright, if I can nail that last Hujan, I'm done.
I'm all ears.
Go. It's gonna be questionable who gets the first kill. That's another Chamseri dead. Boom. Target is down. Okay. Nails that. Lost 5 Jiangyu, 4 Hujans. Own ship losses 2 Chamseris. Perfect. You can get the hell out. Now, this landing is now pretty much open. In the sense that I now have the capacity to start landing forces here. Because I can now call in the Marines. So, that means that the Foch Naval Group, which I believe is the Bima, is it? Yes. The Bima, sorry, the Rima, can be deployed here. The RSM can be deployed, the Ramas, the Commander Brigade can also be deployed. Which shall I deploy today? I can go for the Marines here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the Marines. Marines Expeditionary Brigade. This is the 9th Marine Regiment. Next up, 4th Armor Regiment. Next, Combat Assault Battalion. And the Light Attack Squadron 773. Gentlemen, it's time to do an invasion. Can I select this combat thing? Yes, disembark. Good. Get off your ship. Then, to add some more units, we're going to throw in these from Wanzan. And as for their aircraft, they don't have any here. They do have 2 Ponge, so long as I don't deploy any aircraft, I should be fine. They do have aircraft here. A multi-role squadron, that's 2 of those Q-5Ds. It seems that the T-72Ms are back. And I believe that's all of them. Oh, correction. Holy hell! That's a lot of aircraft. Sorry, that's a lot of tanks. Whoa. This is going to be a long one. Where are the Hornets? No, not the Super Hornets. These. There's only 2 of them. That's better. They don't seem to have brought any AA. So again, my Apaches should have a very, very nice field day there. As for the Tomcats, where shall we send you? What do we have here, by the way? More T-90s. As well as a security regiment. I'm not worried about those. And here we have... Oh. Ooh, the beautiful tanks are coming in. The T-72BU. And over here, some more guards. But we're not going to see those anytime soon. Alright, focus on Jonchan first. Jonchan currently only have Thechan and Kilju. They don't have a reinforcement route. Oh. That changes the whole deal. They don't have a reinforcement route. That means that they cannot bring in any of those aircraft. So long as I can nail their command units fast, before they reach Shenyang, I can wipe them easily. I'll set up and kill Zhu and just knock these guys down. I gotta say, I'd like to see a kill chart for all the Apaches. Because the Apaches, that Apache group of 2 Apaches and... 2 longbows and a couple of standard Apaches, that's pretty much what's keeping my entire push alive. Alright, this thing has to fly over quickly. You're gonna get a special mission partner, a longbow here. As for the others... Again, do I have it? Still, I only have some Mistrals. Not great. You know what? I'm gonna give you to a new task in here. I'm gonna give this Apache the task of spotting, so that my Hornets can all come in and dump some missiles onto them. Whereas I may require a few tanks here as a holding. Let's go with one there. And another one here. And another flight of Apaches ready to fire. Gives me 175 points. That should be enough for now. Alright, longbow, fly over, no hellfire spotting. Only this one. Fly all the way over to Shenyang. And oh, fuck me. I completely forgot to put a CV in there. That's gonna take a while.
Where do you need us, sir?
Flight 1, a hold. Flight 2.
Where do you need us, sir?
There's the command tank. Flight 3.
Need some extra eyes, sir?
And flight 4. That's their command tank. Oh, somebody nailed the command tank on their way out. Very nice.
Ready to go.
And now it seems that we have a straggler.
Heading to giving grid reference.
This one still has missiles. Yeah, that was a pretty possible angle. Oh crap, I'm wasting a lot of hellfires. That was bad.
Heading to giving grid reference.
Weapons free. Kill it.
Where do you need us, sir?
Hello, I was expecting you. Damn it. Let's try that again. Apache. What are you doing there? That should be their last command tank. I wouldn't be surprised though if they're also going for Killju.
Good scout is one you don't see.
And hope it doesn't kill you. Hello, what are you? Oh crap, if that's a tank, it's gonna kill my command tank. We need to wipe this thing off the map soon.
Ready to go.
Spot it, kill it. No, it's just a spotter tank. My Apache just killed it completely with its main cannon.
Sneaking in.
Does not care. Beautiful. Cargo trucks.
Sneaking in.
What do you mean a fob's being attacked? Get out of here.
I need the tail rotor check.
Nope, they're not getting out of here. My fob's actually under attack.
We're sweeping this area.
That's what I deserve for that insolence of not putting a CV there. This one's going to stop any push there, but if they manage to get a command in Killju, I'm going to have to nail that thing real soon
You'll be blind without
before they spawn. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Kill it!
checklist completed. Ready to
There it is, there it is, there it is. No! They captured it. Kill. That was it. Phew. If they were going to bring in those guys, that would have been a problem. But apparently the entire tank battalion has been destroyed. So you can say goodbye to all of your tanks. And get out of my sector. Alright, that is going to conclude episode 10. If you want to see how this thing continues, join me for number 11 up soon. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a good one, and I'll see you soon.